financial freedom to me is as simple as having choices to do what I want, when I want, to do anything, you know, start my own business, have that confidence, spend time with kids, take them traveling. In a nutshell, in one word, it's having choices, no doubt about it. Time to feed my little babies. Just finally got my first little veggie garden up and running. Pretty abysmal, but we're working on it. So you got some sunflowers on this side here, which their stems are so weak. And just some herbs, coriander, parsley, basil. A completely dead rosemary garden here that I stole out of Ben's garden. And then my little tomato bush, which you can see is starting to get me some little tomatoes. And then just some lettuce at this point in time. Something that Tay and I are really passionate about is self-sustainability. So we're trying to do our little part, you know, start by our little veggie garden and, you know, longer term, maybe some chickens or something like that, who knows. Solar on the roof and things like that. Just try and do your own little part. It's kind of hard to change the world yourself, but you know, everybody can put their own little 2 cents in and incorporate different little things, and this is our little start to that. G'day everyone, Simon here from Pumped On Property. Finally getting my partner Tay in front of the camera to tell you a little bit more about our property journey so far, and you know, a little bit of a look inside the way that we think about property and what our plans are for the future. Tell us who you are, babe.
I'm Taylor, Simon's partner. I've been working with Pumped On Property now for 5 months. Previously, I was a flight attendant with Virgin, but during COVID, it was a bit of a rocky few months. So Ben gave me the opportunity to work for Pumped after 2 years of asking me. I actually finally was like, yep, let's do it. And absolutely loving it. It's exciting and I'm learning so much off the boys and you guys as well. Speaking to clients and that, I'm just learning so much every day. It's awesome.
Yeah, as you said, 2 years ago, Ben kind of approached you and asked if you wanted to start a business. And at the time, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know what it's going to be like working together. So that's kind of why it didn't begin until about 5 months ago. But, you know, we know what the future looks like for the both of us and we're super confident about that. And we sort of saw it as more of an opportunity to work together rather than anything else. And we've just had to set up sort of boundaries and things like that, hey?
Yeah, we want to have lunch together at work because we're in separate parts of the business, so we're not constantly working together. I mean, it's really nice working the same hours as well because we get to have dinner every night together and do stuff before work, like go to the beach and go to the gym or whatever. It's really good. I love it.
Yeah. When Tay was flying, she was, you know, most weekends she'd be working and she'd go away for days on end. And, you know, it's great. It was a great lifestyle in the very beginning, but, you know, now we obviously want to be spending more time together, more quality time, going on weekend adventures, camping trips, getting a dog, renovating the house. Yeah. So, yeah, it's actually worked out really, really well. And as Tay said, we're in super separate parts of the business that there's days where we literally don't even see one another. So my property journey began probably 4 years ago when I started working for Pumped. Before that, I was at university and I just had no money whatsoever, just living that uni lifestyle. And, you know, once I moved into the business, obviously having multiple strategic conversations with Ben about my plan to get into the market and get my first property. So as soon as I started earning a full-time income, we put together a budget and I worked as hard as I possibly could to build that deposit to get into my first property. But I would say 4 years ago is when I started to really hone in and focus on property investing.
I laugh and say I started mine when I was 14. When I started at Macca's, I saved every dollar. Everyone who knows me knows I love to save a bit of money wherever I can. And yes, I've literally been saving since I was 14, but didn't put it into action until we bought this property with Simon. I was too scared. I just had money sitting in the bank and I was too scared to do anything with it and only loved watching that bank account go up. But I was like, oh, I can't touch it until Simon and the Pump team actually told me and helped me do something great with it.
Educate you on the potential. And now we're sitting in our beautiful backyard, which we wouldn't have if it wasn't for you sacrificing so much in those earlier years.
Yeah.
Financial freedom to me is as simple as having choices to do what I want, when I want, to do anything, you know, start my own business, have that confidence, spend time with kids, take them traveling. In a nutshell, in one word, it's having choices, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Just not having to worry about money. I know so many people that are just constantly, that's their biggest worry. They're like, can we afford that? Oh, I can't do that because it can't cost too much money. Oh, we can't buy the good groceries because we can't afford it. I'm just like, I don't want to have to stress about that. I just want to do what we want when we want and just be happy as well. Yeah, no doubt about it. I think all of it kind of stems from having choices, and then you can create a life that you really want to be living, right? So, yeah, I think it's something that's not talked about enough, financial freedom. I know that's like kind of a half-assed answer, but, you know, just having choices, just taking control of your own life and doing
making
things the way we want to do it.
Yeah, making this one potential life that we get the best that we possibly can.
Yeah. So Simon's 28 now and I'm 26. We currently, between the both of us, have 3 properties that we've acquired over the last 2 years, hoping to get our 4th one this year.
Yeah. So I bought my first property probably about 2.5 years ago at 25 it was, I was 25 at the time, and since then I've just whacked some tenants in there. They've been paying some rent. In the beginning it was negatively geared, but only slightly once you factor in all costs, and luckily I've actually been able to increase that rent as of the lease renewal this year, and now it's going to be basically neutrally geared. It's just a little beach shack in the north side of Brisbane. It's 3 bed, 1 bath on a nice big 622 square metre block. Long term, I plan to knock down the property and see what I can do with it. But it's been an epic little purchase so far, and just a foot in the door with lots of longer term potential. Then about 12 months after I purchased that first property, I purchased my second one, which was another beach shack, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom in North Brisbane. Bright pink, crap property. But on a nice big piece of land in a really good street with lots of long-term potential. So what I'd love to see from these properties is obviously long-term capital growth as a primary focus, but then I'm going to be able to manufacture my own value by being able to knock down and rebuild something beautiful for hopefully a bit of a cash flow increase and also a capital increase there as well. My intention is to never ever have to sell those properties. I want to hold on to them for life. I can't,
kids hopefully.
I just can't tell you how many times I've actually heard somebody say, oh, I wish I never sold that property, or I wish I bought that property. And to us, that's hindsight. You know, we see that as hindsight. So I just never intend to sell those properties. We will in the future strategically purchase properties to turn a short-term profit to wipe the debt on these ones. But yeah, the initial intention was to just hold these properties forever.
And our third property is our home here on the Sunshine Coast. So it's about a minute drive from the beach. It's a 4 bedroom, 1 bath, brick and tile home on a 990 square metre block. So we have an awesome backyard and we love it here so far. Yeah, it's been so nice. We've got lots of plans for the property. We're just about to start our first ever renovation, second. We've done the floors, the paint. Pish posh. I don't even consider that a renovation. True. It was nothing in comparison to what we are planning. But long term, we're going to be doing lots of flipping homes. So it's kind of just given us a little bit of experience with our own home first and going to turn into something really nice because we intend to be here for quite a while. But long term, same as the 2 investment properties, we never want to have to sell this property. When we do move on to the next one, we'll just turn this into a rental, hopefully increase the cash flow somehow. But yeah, this is going to be one of the bigger players in our journey to financial freedom as well. Yeah. We're thinking about getting our 4th investment property this year. We're currently going through the process of working out where we want to buy, what we're after, and what our plans are with that and our goals. Yeah, so long term, we want to replace a decent chunk of income. It's probably going to take us a while to pay off the debt, but we're about 1 cash flow property shy of doing what we really want to do. So once we've picked up this 4th property, we're going to move into a bit more of a consolidation phase of the journey because those 4 properties will enable us to have complete financial freedom by the time that we pay them off. So
after that, it'd be coming back to the 2 properties that we first bought and, adding value to those properties. Then finishing the reno here, building a granny flat on the 4th property that we're just about to purchase, and then hustling to pay off the debt as fast as we possibly can, because once we've got that portfolio set up, there's only one thing that we need to do, which is pay off the debt to actually achieve our goals. And
then buy a forever home.
And then buy our forever home as well. It's really interesting to experience the journey over the last 2.5 years, buying 3 properties before 30. It's a pretty ambitious goal, and we're going to have the 4th property before either of us are 30 as well. So, it's really nice to get into the market nice and early, nice and young, and experience multiple cycles, multiple runs of capital growth, and it's going to enable us to own those properties outright. So it's been tough. It's been hard to make those decisions and go into so much debt, but
we're not your average 26-year-old and 28-year-old.
Nah.
I guess everybody just thinks you get a house, you pay off the debt. That's what you get taught as you grow up. And I think being on this journey, these properties have really shown us there are other ways to make money and make money work for you. Is important, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And just the fact of, if we want to have a life that's not normal, which is financial freedom, because I don't personally know anybody that's actually reached financial freedom. So you've got to do stuff that's not normal. And we've read lots of books. We've listened to lots of podcasts. We talk to, great mentors that give us the motivation, give us the confidence that we need to continue moving forward. And that's exactly what we're doing. We've created the plan. We're sticking to the plan. And soon enough, it'll all come into fruition. But
having fun along the way.
Yeah, exactly.
We're still doing fun stuff on the weekends and stuff. We're not sacrificing our whole life.
No.
It's you still got to have fun along the way.
Yeah, we travel, we catch up with friends, we do good things. So it's all about finding that balance, which is something that I'm really passionate about. And I'd love to just see any young people go out there and have that confidence to do what you need to do.
If we can do it, you can do it, trust me.
Well, Tay had all of this money saved up, but just couldn't jump into the deep end and take that action. So, go out there and do the right research, surround yourself with the right people, create the right plan, and go out there and get yours, because nobody else is going to do it for you. But thanks so much for listening to our story. It's just the beginning. We've got such a long ways to go. It's good to get you on camera so everybody knows who I'm talking about when I'm talking about you, or giving you shit, or praising you. Sweaty, so sweaty.